how to build an easy trident farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this farm. Okay, so to build this farm you will firstly need to get yourself above an ocean, which we have right here. Now you need to make sure this is an actual ocean biome, which is pretty obvious because, well, it's a big ocean. But if you're not fully sure if it is, you can go down to the water, and if you see some drowns walking around, like for example over here, you will know for sure that this is an ocean biome. So anyways, once you've found yourself a location to build this farm, simply build yourself up to the top of the water, and from this block, to make sure this farm is as good as possible, I'm gonna build it up to Y level 110. So anyways, then just build yourself up to roughly Y level 110. Okay, so now that I've built myself up to Y level 110, now to quickly say, if you want to, you can build yourself some ladders right here if you want to get up that way, or if you have a lighter, you can just, of course, fly up. But anyways, to start building the actual farm, what we will have to do now is build ourselves a small platform. So we're going to place ourselves at 1 block to the right of this block, then 2 blocks right here. Then we're going to build ourselves 5 blocks forward, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same on all of these blocks. So now we should have a small platform to build a trident killer on. So anyways, now what we will have to do is build a trident killer. So to do that, we're going to place ourselves a piston right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here, like this. So what we're going to do now is stand right here, and while looking at the first piston we place, we're going to place ourselves an observer while looking at that piston. And now this little redstone eye and the little arrow thing should be pointing away from this piston. So now we're going to head behind the second piston we place and place ourselves an observer right here. Now this observer should have the little triangle thing facing towards the piston that's right here. And if I break this piston, the little redstone eye should also be facing into this piston. So anyways, then just continue the same step. While looking at this piston, place an observer, then rotate, place another observer, then observer, another observer, observer, and then one last observer. And now if you fly up, you should have something that looks like this. But anyways, to make sure that this works, you can place yourself a lever on top of this piston, flick it on, and this should kind of go around once. Then flick this off, and all these pistons will be pushed around constantly. And if that is happening, then you've done this correctly. So anyways, what we will have to do now is build ourselves a collecting system. So to do that, we're going to break ourselves the 4 blocks we have inside right here. Then we're also going to break ourselves the block that's under the lever and under the piston, and we're going to place a double chest right here. Now the reason we can open this chest is because the piston technically counts as a half block, which makes this perfect. Then we're going to head over here and then place ourselves out 4 hoppers going into that chest. Then once you've done that, you can build yourself a row of blocks going all around this trident killer beside the front. And then I'm going to place myself a glass block right here just because I like watching, well, mobs die. And then I'm going to place myself a slab right here because having a slab right here will allow you to collect XP from the drowns. Then once you've done that, we're going to head on top of here and throw ourselves a trident into this piston. And of course, this trident killer is how we're going to kill all the drowns, and this will allow you to stand 100% AFK-able in this farm. So anyways, what you will have to do now is expand this block wall by 19 more blocks going upwards. Now I'm going to add some glass in front of here, but then anyways, just go up 19 more blocks all around there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, so once you've done this, you should have a big pillar that looks like this. So anyways, then get to the top of this pillar, and what you will have to do now, oh, I accidentally fell into it. What you will have to do now is build yourself out 7 blocks going out from each of these corner blocks. Pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then once you've done that, you will have to link up all of these blocks together, so just build blocks between them, pretty much like this. And then we have one more to do, and once you've done this, you should have something that looks like this. So what you will have to do now is fill in all of these, obviously, square things with blocks, so just fill them in, and yeah. Alright, so once you've done that, you will now have a big platform that looks like this. So what you will have to do now is go into one of the corners, place a temporary block going upwards, then place a block going out from there, destroy the temporary block, then build 5 more blocks going out from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just continue this for the rest of this platform. So anyways, 1 block, 2 block, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then just build a 6 block long platform going out from this platform, but that's 1 block up and 1 block out, if that makes sense. So for example, right here, simply just continue this platform until you get to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yeah, just do that. Alright, so once you've built the second platform, you should now have something that looks like this. So anyways, what we will have to do now is something similar, but don't worry because this is a much smaller wall. So anyways, then place yourself another temporary block in the corner, 1 block out, destroy that block or the temporary block, and then simply build a 1 block thick and high wall going all around this new platform we just built. Pretty much like this. And then once you have done that, place yourself at the block in the corner right here, then 3 blocks in the corner on top of the block. And to show that again a little bit better, place a block right here, then 3 blocks behind it, left, like that, and then do this on all of the corners. So anyways, once you've done that, we're now gonna need a lot of water sources because we're gonna need to fill in almost all of this with water. So to do that, I would highly recommend you make yourself an infinity water source, like for example like this, but of course the way you do this is fully up to you. But anyways, the first step, and make sure you do this correctly, because if you don't follow my steps correctly, you might do something wrong, which would suck. But anyways, then place yourself a water source on top of this block, then go down and then go 2 blocks to the right, 1, 2, then place another water source right here. Do not place one right here, but one right here instead. Then simply place water sources on top of these blocks until you get to the other side, or 2 blocks away from the other side. So let's just wait. Boom. So we can place a water source right here, but not one right here. Then a water source on top of here, and then go 2 blocks to the left, 1, 2, water source right here. Then just continue placing water until you get to the other side, and then just continue this.
A few moments later.
Okay, so now that I've gotten to the other side, I've placed my last water source. If I jump anywhere into this water, I will slowly be pushed towards the middle. As you can see, in the corner, get pushed towards the middle. If I jump into right here, I will still be pushed towards the middle. And this is pretty much how we're going to bring the drowns into the Trident killer. So anyways, now to make sure that nothing spawns in the wrong place, what you will also have to do is place yourself out some leaves on top of all of the corner blocks that's going around the water. Pretty much like this. Alright, so once you've done that, we just have one more step to do, and that is to build ourselves a leaf roof on top of this entire farm. So to do that, head into one of these corners, then build yourself 15 blocks going upwards. These can be temporary blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then replace the 15 block with a leaf block, and then you can destroy all the bottom blocks under because they are not needed. And then once you've done that, you will need to expand this leaf block going out from the farm, so pretty much in that direction and that direction, by 6 more leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do the same thing in all of the other corners. So head to the next corner over here, for example, and build yourself up 15 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then destroy all the leaves we have right under, or the blocks we have under, and then build this 6 more blocks going outwards, or 6 more leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do the same on the other 2 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and once you have done all the 4 corners with the leaves, what you will have to do now is connect up all the leaves. So then simply link them up with each other, pretty much like how I'm doing right now. So then just fill in the leaves, or pretty much just make a big square of leaves. So otherwise then just link up all the leaves together by using more leaves, of course, and yeah. Alright, and once you have done that, you should now have a big leaf roof on top of here, and this platform right here should turn a bit darker. So now the farm is pretty much ready, and what you can do now is simply just get down to your AFK room. I would also highly recommend that you place yourself out some torches down here to make sure nothing spawns. Oh, but I forgot one quick step. However, we do have drowns spawning up here, which is perfect. Now, as you might have just seen, sometimes the drowns will stop and fight the current, which can happen. So if I get an egg to spawn in a few more examples, just in case, as you can see, sometimes they might stop, or yeah, for example right here, they try to walk away from the water, which is understandable because they can't swim. Now, that is not too big of a problem because they will most likely end up falling towards the middle anyways after some time, or be pushed by other drowns. But one way to fix this, if you have the opportunity to it, is to get a sea turtle egg. So anyways, then place a block in any of these corners, 2 more blocks going upwards, place a sea turtle egg on top of the block, then destroy those 3 blocks. And now if you place drowns anywhere inside here, they will try to attack the sea turtle egg, and they will fall towards the middle without trying to swim away, as you can see. But of course, let's quickly restart the mobs, so to show you how this farm works, then go back to hard. So yeah, what we can do now to turn on the farm, now the farm is done, we can head back down here, and then to turn on the farm, simply flick on this lever. However, before we do that, I would highly recommend that you turn on the farm while holding a looting 3 sword, or a sword with looting 3. This is of course because if you do that, a looting 3 effect will be put onto the trident, which means that you might get up to 3 times the amount of resources, which is pretty useful. So anyways, then just turn on the trident killer, and now you can just stand there, wait, collect tridents, rotten flesh, and some XP. So yeah, anyways, that is pretty much that for the farm. And as you can see, some drowns are spawning in the background while I stood here and waited. And of course, if we look into the chest, we also get some copper, which I forgot to mention, and of course some of these shell things, but mostly rotten flesh and some tridents every now and then. So yeah, now you will be able to get all the tridents you would ever need. So anyways, that is it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about how this farm works or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.